Creating copies and arrays inside SketchUp is a lot of fun once you get the hang of it. Remember the basic rule that you should make copies of components, not groups. So convert any groups to components before making a copy. In the example file, I'm going to right-click and make this bollard a component. With that said, to make a copy of an object, you simply start moving it, then tap the Control key on Windows or the Option key on a Mac to toggle a copy. As with AutoFold, you don't have to hold the key down. You simply tap to toggle a copy on or off, or back on, and then click to place your copy. Making copies is another place to remind you that you should be single-clicking to start and finish each move. We repeat it because it's just that important and will make your SketchUp experience that much more successful. So, back to making copies. You can select multiple objects for copying, start moving them, and again tap Control on Windows or Option on Mac to toggle the copy. Now, before we move on to arrays, practice making copies a few more times. To make an array, you have to make one copy first, so make sure you are comfortable making copies with the Move tool. In our example file for copies and arrays, we have a few components ready to copy. And to make an array, you must make one copy first. The first copy tells SketchUp two important things. First, the direction you want to go. And second, the distance between copies. Let's try this first on this bollard. Start moving it, tap the Control key on Windows or the Option key on Mac to toggle a copy, and move this along the green direction, and click to finish the move. Immediately after finishing that copy, type 5x and press Enter to create 5 copies. You can continue to change the number of copies as long as you don't start another tool or action. So I could type 8x and press Enter, or type 3x and press Enter. Now I'm going to undo and do this again. Remember, when you make arrays, you have to complete one copy first, and then immediately tell SketchUp how many total copies. This time, I'll select the bollard and the lamp and use the Move tool to make one copy of them and immediately type 7x and press Enter for 7 copies. So that's the basic idea. Let's practice this a few more times. Undo our array again, and this time edit the sidewalk group, and we are going to select and copy this edge. Copy the edge and type 10 feet, then press Enter to make it exactly 10 feet away. Then type 5x and press Enter for 5 copies. Now type 5 feet and press Enter to change the original copy distance, which also changes the array distance. As long as we don't start any other action or tool, we are still in the array mode and can continue to change the distance and the number of copies. This sidewalk is 100 feet long, so we could create 19 copies at 5-foot intervals to split it evenly, or change that back to 10-foot intervals and reduce the number of copies to 9. If I accidentally get out of the array mode, it's easy enough to undo my last array, start it again, and type the distance and number of copies I need. This method of making one copy and then continuing that copy is called an external array. We can also make a different type of array called an internal array. It starts the same. We need to make one copy. So let's copy the lamp, but this time copy it farther down the sidewalk. Now type 5 / and press Enter. We still get 5 copies, but they are spaced between the original copy distance. And we can still change the number of copies, say 8/, and press enter, and the original distance, which I could change to 50 feet or 80 feet. Now it's your turn. Use these components or your own and keep practicing on making arrays, both internal and external.